We hope that you enjoyed Channel 43's 8 o'clock movie. Now stay tuned for the 10 o'clock news.
Our baby.
A child of the gods on an all-new Hercules, the Legendary Journeys.
Saturday at 8 on Channel 43.
I'm Michael Brudell at Edgewater Park. A drowning death here more than a year ago is now being investigated as a possible murder. We'll have the story coming up on the 10 o'clock news.
Police have a suspect in custody in the murder of two brothers, but tonight another hunter is missing in the same area.
And doctors told her she didn't have long to live. Find out how one woman survived when some believed she was supposed to be dead.
See what's happening in your world right now on the 10 o'clock news.
So much wasted.
You're watching Cleveland's home team. This is Channel 43's 10 o'clock news.
Good evening, everyone. The drowning death of an elderly woman over a year ago is getting a closer look tonight.
Tonight, a different set of investigators believes a murder may have been committed. Michael Brudell is live right now at Edgewater Park. And Michael, why are investigators suspicious at this point in time?
Well, Jack, the name of the victim was Virginia Owens. She was 65 years old when she turned up dead here at Lake Erie a year ago. This case involves thousands of dollars of missing money, mysterious marks around the neck of the victim, and a lot of unanswered questions. We spoke to a woman who saw the victim just hours before she died.
Real nice. Real nice. She talked to anyone, and as she talked, her words were talking. From the beginning, it was Lord have mercy, and then when it ended, it was Lord have mercy.
Louise Jackson says she liked her neighbor, Virginia Owens. But back in June of 1996, Owens turned up dead at Edgewater Park. Jackson may have been the last one to see her alive in their East 130th Street neighborhood.
She left her house. She waved at her husband, and he waved at her. He was standing at the door, and she walking along the sidewalk. I got to the corner, traffic was moving. I let her cross the street.
We're 100% sure that there was some type of foul play.
Officers Kevin Erskine and Tom Clamert are with the Ohio Department of Natural Resources. They've reopened the case after it was closed by Cleveland police. Several things concern them.
Also, we were concerned about the fact that she had marks around her neck. The coroner is stating that some type of strangulation took place.
At the time of her death, Owens was organizing a bus trip to Mississippi. Passengers gave her thousands in cash. The money's never been found. Cleveland police tell us Owens was a gambler who may have committed suicide after losing the cash. They say there's nothing to prove foul play was involved.
We feel real confident that we're going to, find out just what happened to her on that day at Edgewater.
If someone killed her, I hope they find them.
Now, Officer Erskine says drowning victims normally take several days to float to the surface. Owens was floating the exact same day that she died, and he says he's identified 6 potential suspects. Cleveland police, however, believe that it was probably a suicide because they say Owens called down to Mississippi and canceled everyone's hotel reservations. Also, there are reports that several bus drivers saw Owens in a state of depression just before she died. Cynthia?
All right, thank you, Michael. In other news, police tonight have a suspect in custody in connection with the murder of 2 local brothers over the weekend. The murders happened when the 2 men were hunting in Harrison County. And while there is progress in that investigation, tonight another hunter is missing in that same area. Paul Orlowski reports.
At the Harrison County Sheriff's Office, we learned that the suspect, 51 years old, has not been charged but is under arrest here. He's identified only as a friend of William and Dwayne Lockhart, whose bodies were found here on Sunday. However, he was placed with them hunting in this area last Friday by 4 separate witnesses. A search warrant was issued at his Akron home and also to a white Crown Victoria, an automobile that he kept here in Harrison County. A 12-gauge shotgun was seized, the same caliber as the one police believe killed the Lockharts, with single shots from behind at a range of about 8 to 12 feet. No tests have yet been done on the gun. The Lockharts were thought to be carrying a large amount of cash, but none was found on their bodies, making robbery a possible motive. At dusk, approximately the same time that the arrest was announced, a second search was just wrapping up for the day. 43-year-old Roger Sanders has been missing since Tuesday. After a day of searching, police and fire crews have few answers. All they know is that Sanders drove down this road after dark to go raccoon hunting with his hounds. He parked at the edge of this woods, got out with the dogs, and that's the last he was seen. Police downplay any tie between the Lockhart's murders and this case. However, neighbors, as well as Sanders' sister, will not rule out a copycat.
I hate to think that, but you never know.
We'll continue to hope for the best, and maybe that's what'll happen. And
It's got to be a trying time, obviously.
extremely. It's extremely hard.
Okay, well, while Sanders is described as intimately knowledgeable with these woods, they are extremely desolate, with dirt roads leading to them and steep ravines.
When I tell you it's a thicket, buddy.
A murder, or for that matter, sickness or an accident, could stay hidden from view for a long time. In Tuscarawas and Harrison counties, Paul Orlowski for the 10 o'clock news.
Well, November 6th is a day that will live in infamy for many Cleveland football fans. It was 2 years ago today. Browns owner Art Modell announced that he was moving the team to Baltimore.
But as we all know, much has changed on Cleveland's football horizon, and Wally Griffith has the very latest.
I had no choice.
Like a thief in the night, our NFL franchise is being snatched from our community.
Right here, Art, get a picture of it. It's my heart breaking.
That was then, 2 years ago, when it looked like the city's proud tradition of Browns football was over, carried away by Ravens, and nobody's forgotten.
It was heartbreaking. Cleveland's got one of the best football backing communities in the nation, and it's just ripped out from us. It was like taking your child away.
But how things have changed. A long-shot legal challenge worked, the city rallied, and a new stadium is rising to greet a new Browns team less than 2 years away.
We've got 52,449 season ticket applications in. I think that's pretty exciting.
New stadium, great team. Go Browns.
You sound hopeful.
Oh, I'm very hopeful.
In Cleveland, Wally Griffith at 10 o'clock news.
In other news tonight, the friend of a woman accused of killing her child finds herself in jail tonight. A judge set bond at $50,000 today for Christina Smith. Police allege that Smith and her friend Charlotte Jackson whipped to death Jackson's 3-year-old daughter Angela. The toddler died after being rushed from her East Side home on Saturday. Angela's mother has also been charged with murder. In another courtroom today, a mother took the stand against the man she says held her son hostage for drugs. Marilyn Lysias told prosecutors how James Guy, that you see in the green suit, threatened her when she lost a suitcase containing marijuana.
Orders to do what and to whom? To dispose of me and my son. Thank you. Did you see the look on his face when he said that? Yes, I did. Did you believe him when he said that? Yes, I did.
Lysia says the bag containing the drugs was lost during a bus trip back to Cleveland. She's already pleaded guilty to leaving her son, Kamali, behind to go get the drugs in Los Angeles.
If you've ever been ripped off by a home repair contractor, help may be on the way. The state of Ohio is suing several of them, trying to get homeowners' money back. Scott Newell talked to one homeowner who says he was taken for a ride.
He didn't even do the job right. Like these posts were supposed to set in.
Bernie Hodgkin's deck is done now, but it's been a hassle ever since the original man he hired to do the job back in June never finished it.
Him and his wife both would say, he'll be here in the first thing in the morning. Well, finally, I got tired of hearing that. So I told her, I said, get Terry out here and get this job done.
For $1,400, this is all contractor Terry Dotson did. Put in the floor and frame the ceiling. Bernie had to get his own building permit and pay an extra $1,400 to get someone else to finish the job. And Dotson?
Nobody can find him.
We tried to contact Terry Dotson. 2 of his phone numbers in Vermilion had been disconnected. The last known address for him was this house in Sandusky. We were told that he's moved from here about a month ago, and that other people have been looking for him as well. But Bernie and 9 others like him may get their money back. State of Ohio Attorney General Betty Montgomery has filed civil suits against several home improvement firms.
We're trying to protect the consumer, but we're also trying to punish the wrongdoer.
The suits don't claim the contractors committed fraud, but Bernie Hodgkins and the others now have something to look forward to.
I'm hoping to get $900 back.
Hoping the court hammers home justice. Scott Newell, the 10 o'clock news.
It'll soon be costing you more money to go to the Cleveland Metro Park Zoo or to golf in the Metro Parks itself. Right now, the cost is $5 for the zoo and another $2 for the rainforest. But starting January 1st, it'll be one flat fee of $7 for both.
I really don't have a problem with it because I think it's worth it. I really think it's worth it, you know, to keep it, you know, keep all the animals alive and take care of them. And I mean, if people aren't going to donate to the zoo, they have to get the money somehow.
And fees at the 6 golf courses in the Metro Parks are also going up, anywhere from 50 cents to $4. Metro Parks officials say the price hikes at the zoo and the golf courses will cover rising costs. The new fees will take effect on January the 1st.
Finding a job after high school can be really tough, but a unique program is helping make that transition a lot easier. As Harry Boomer reports, 700 students are taking part in Greater Cleveland's Graduates program this year.
The Cleveland area has lost more than 100,000 manufacturing jobs over the last